You've been talking a lot about cutting the budget, and I'm just wondering where you plan to cut the budget, like where in the budget you're making these cuts from.
Well, first off, under this plan, much to my chagrin, this spending line is still going up. And if I can stop that and flatten it out and actually cut it, that would be great. But the reality is that in this plan, if you spent $100 last year and inflation is 3%, you would in fact have $102 to spend next year, which is a $1 reduction in real dollar terms. So when you ask me about cuts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask department by department to turn in a budget that has increases of not more than 1% less than inflation. And if they can do less, that's great. And we may very well get to a better position where we can freeze it or even more, if possible. But the bottom line is I want a plan up here that I know we can do. So the answer is that we will ask department by department across the board to bring in a plan that meets this budget goal, but I don't want you to think we're going to stop there. There are going to be some parts of our budget that if we are serious about attracting jobs to Wisconsin, may need spending increases faster than this. And I would point in particular to infrastructure. We are all probably aware of the bridge situation that just occurred in Milwaukee. Folks, that was disastrous in terms of attracting and keeping businesses in Wisconsin, because if you can't get your goods to market, you're not going to stay here. So if an infrastructure area would need an increase greater than what's on this chart, that's where we would go to other areas and start looking for reductions in spending. So initially we start with across the board, every department has got to bring it in, and I'll tell you something, folks. If the leaders that we have in state government cannot figure out how to reduce their spending while still providing the goods and services necessary for our state, cannot reduce their spending overall by $1 for every $100 they're spending, we're going to find new people to lead the departments. Okay? I'm pretty straightforward on it. Good question. Thank you.